studios.
Welcome in, almost to the weekend. It is NFL Kickoff Thursday. We got football tonight. Eric Shawn and the lead singer of the Mike Rennick Band in studio, inviting you to join us here in the huddle. You've got an invite. The EBOMD Huddle Hotline number 573-334-1220. 573-334-1220. The Huddle Hotline powered by our friends at EBOMD. Michael Rennick in the house and ready to roll. We've got our NFL predictions.
Arizona Cardinals.
Surely to go straight into the toilet, but we will be putting out our NFL predictions as opening night in the National Football League. The Micah Parson-less Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. That's like
are in action.
That's an open wound that you're talking about right there.
I don't care. If it makes the Cowboys worse, that makes me happy. I want every show, whether it's Get Up, First Take, Unsportsmanlike on this radio station.
Rich Eisen now.
I want the top story to not be talking about Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons, and the Cowboys. That's all I want.
Good luck with that. That's going to be there for quite some time, I would guess. That was, you had a chance to, I guess it was Monday? No, it was Tuesday. I think the Rich Eisen show debuted here on SEMO ESPN. He had plenty on the air with him talking about that whole situation, and I think in the end he just, he just thinks it's a ridiculous move by Jerry Jones. I guess there's some questions maybe with Parsons' health potentially.
Yeah, his back. You may have to get an injection.
Yeah.
There are certain reports.
Right. So maybe there's just more. There's always more to the story, obviously. But yeah, it'd be nice if there would be other topics covered, which is what we're going to do this morning. We're going to talk about some other things,
including the Kansas City Chiefs.
They play tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night
in Brazil?
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Wow.
And Christopher Mad Dog Russo weighed in on that on First Take. He thinks it's ridiculous that they've got a game down there. The Chargers and the Chiefs. Will hear from Mad Dog and his thoughts on that game being in Brazil to get the season started. Our predictions coming up. We've got college football, a full slate coming up, including the Mizzou Tigers hosting the Kansas Jayhawks 2:30 Saturday. I'm looking forward to that one. And then, of course, we've got SEMO football versus North Alabama, 6 o'clock Houck Stadium on Saturday night.
Really?
Loaded.
Those are really only two games that I think, that I want to keep an eye on. We kind of went through the schedule for this Saturday. Fairly weak when you look at who some of the bigger names are playing against. Obviously, out of the gate with some big matchups. Three matchups in the top 10 this past Saturday. It kind of levels off. For this weekend. So, yes, all eyes will be on the Redhawks, their home opener, and before that, you got Mizzou and the Jayhawks.
So, what do you think? It had been so long since we had college football. What do you think the numbers, the Nielsen ratings were for the college games over the weekend?
Well, we've discussed the numbers for game day, with Corso's last appearance on game day, and those were through the roof. I don't know. I mean, I part of me feels like they really made a big deal about owning Labor Day weekend. I'd say they're probably pretty good.
Fox announced a historic audience for its Week 1 game between Texas and Ohio State. ESPN revealed it had an historic weekend of college football viewership. According to ESPN PR, citing Nielsen's new big data measurements, ABC averaged 8.6 million viewers across its 4-game slate last weekend, with 3 games cracking the 10 million viewer threshold. The most watched college football Week 1 on record for ESPN.
Impressive.
People love their football.
They set it up, you know. I know the games maybe didn't necessarily play out. Was the North Carolina game part of that ESPN group?
For Monday.
The
Notre Dame-Miami game was the top audience of the weekend, averaging 10.8 million viewers, up 25% from last year's USC-LSU game. Florida State's upset of Alabama, not far behind, 10.7 million, up 69% compared to Miami and Florida last season.
Yeah, it's pretty darn impressive. People love football.
LSU Clemson, 10.4 million on ABC, up 31% from Notre Dame, Texas A&M last year. I mean, those are the numbers. And then Monday, TCU, North Carolina, Bill Belichick's debut, 6.1 million.
Probably see a pretty big drop this weekend, I would guess.
The overreactors, I've got to get my quick hot take in there. Like, the game has passed Bill Belichick by. Okay, you got to tell me, which is it? Matt Patricia brings his NFL knowledge and defensive scheme to the shoe. Ohio State. Totally confuses Steve Sarkisian and Arch Manning on Saturday. So the NFL guy getting it done at the college level Week 1. Yet we're to believe that a guy who won 6 Super Bowls, and Matt Patricia was on 3 of those staffs that won Super Bowls with the Patriots. Yet on Monday, Belichick, the game has passed him by, and all of his NFL schemes don't work in college. Well, which is it? Patricia's NFL scheme worked great. No. Guess what? 70 new players at North Carolina. You've got to have players in college football. Obviously, you do in the NFL, but the talent level, there's not a huge gap in talent level between a lot of these NFL organizations, as there is in the college game, especially when you've got 70 new. And just watching, I don't think North Carolina has a quarterback. That guy stinks. I just don't think he was very good. I don't know how good he's going to be. Gio Lopez, I mean, he looked overmatched. It's only one game. We're not going to make a complete determination about it, but I find it hysterical. Everybody heaping praise on Ryan Day for bringing in a new defensive coordinator in Matt Patricia, and on the talking head shows, they're breaking down the X's and O's about how they were totally baffling Sarkisian and Arch Manning with their fronts and what they'd shift into defensively because you got an NFL mind running the defense. Yet on Monday, this NFL guy, Belichick, not going to work.
Yeah, so
come on.
Yeah, the pump the brakes is in play there. Yeah, give him the Texas roster. Give him a roster like that and see what he does. Again, I mean, North Carolina, have they traditionally been known for being a powerhouse in football? So it's going to take a little time for him to build the program. But He's got the pedigree.
Give him a
There's
minute.
no doubt about it. And yeah, let him play out the schedule and then see what happens.
So, one of the topics that dominated the headlines last week, the engagement of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, right?
Yes.
Prior to that, you know about the podcast that the Kelce brothers do with each other, right? The New Heights podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They are getting millions of dollars in sponsorship for that. It's very, very popular. And you heard that Taylor Swift appeared with Travis Kelce on the podcast, right?
I did hear that.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't hear it, but I heard that she appeared.
Guinness Book of World Records, by the way.
Which part?
The viewership.
Oh, I don't
for
doubt it.
that podcast for New Heights. She went on the show and revealed her newest studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, which releases later this fall. The premiere stream of that podcast was so popular, it crashed YouTube towards the end of the episode. The full thing finally was uploaded hours later. But now with the popularity, it has been recorded for posterity by the Guinness Book of World Records. A total, most concurrent views for a podcast on YouTube, 1.3 million. Crashed YouTube. Guinness Book of World Records said all-time high.
You know, you can take issue with her music.
Why?
Maybe some. Well,
She's got great music.
I'm saying you can. You could.
Yeah, right.
Maybe some other things surrounding her, but her fandom is unmatched. I mean, it is unmatched. There's no doubt about it.
Now the question is she going to perform at the Super Bowl? That's something she hadn't done.
Oh,
She's done everything else, right?
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
So the commish of the National Football League here, and it gets underway tonight. Big matchup, Cowboys-Eagles. Roger Goodell asked in an interview, a televised interview yesterday, what about Taylor Swift performing at halftime of the Super Bowl? Commissioner.
Is Taylor Swift invited to play the Super Bowl this year, the halftime show?
We would always love to have Taylor play. She is a special talent, and obviously she would be welcome at any time.
Is it in the works?
I can't tell you anything about that.
Is it a maybe?
It's a maybe.
Okay. We'll take a maybe.
It's a maybe.
It is a maybe, Michael.
That is a nugget. That's a little nugget there. I mean, if you're the commissioner of the NFL, not that you needed it, but to have her enter into the NFL, I mean, why wouldn't you embrace that? Again,
Her popularity,
opening up a whole new door to audience and again fandom with her popularity. I mean, you can't buy that. You just can't.
And she has already been intertwined with the NFL the last couple of seasons because of Kelce.
Because of Travis Kelce.
And the camera shots in the booth and everything, and she's on the New Heights podcast, breaking Guinness Book of World Records for downloads and viewership, and now the possibility, at least it's being talked about.
Maybe. It's a maybe.
And now the question is, the scuttlebutt around the sports world is, will she be in Brazil on tomorrow night for Chiefs-Chargers? We don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
I guess we'll find it. You would think something would leak prior to kickoff if she arrived. I'm sure there are Swifties that are
That will know.
Yes.
Yeah, they're tracking flight records and all that stuff.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a stalker situation, but I would say it's got to be borderline stalker-ish, right?
It's getting there.
I saw this meme online, and it was about talking to, two people talking on a dating app. This is stalker-related. And this is the way the meme went. So, what do you do in your free time? I stalk people. Okay, well, I like to swim. I know. I thought that was pretty classic. So, borderline stalker. These people are obsessed. Great, they're Swifties. Will she be in Brazil? I think that's an interesting question. I think it'd be cool if she showed up in Brazil at the football game. Chiefs 3.5-point favorites.
I'm sure that she will probably be at as many games as her schedule allows her to be at. I mean, we're going to go through our picks. I mean, is she going to be playing the Super Bowl that the Chiefs might potentially be in?
Whoa!
I mean,
how
crazy would that be?
Do you think? Are you saying you think I've predicted the Chiefs to be in the Super Bowl? Is that what you think?
I think you probably have.
I've got on this piece of paper right here with my predictions.
I think you probably have.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We shall see. But tonight, 7:20 kickoff. I don't know. Pregame show's probably starting an hour. Everybody's fired up.
Yeah.
So it's Cowboys-Eagles tonight. Right now, Philly, and it will be at Lincoln Financial Field. At the link, as the Eagles fans like to refer to it. 8.5-point favorite, Philly. Cowboys. Now, here is the latest. Ryan Flournoy, the Dallas Cowboys, had a roster move the other day, and so they picked up an offensive lineman off of the waiver wire. They claimed guard Trevor Keegan off of waivers and waived Ryan Flournoy. Then, and it's tough to get information. We were speculating, okay, is Ryan Flournoy going to get picked up by another NFL team, the former Red Hawks star receiver, or will Dallas put him on the practice squad? Because we played you the soundbite from Kyle Shanahan, or Schottenheimer, sorry, Schottenheimer, saying that Ryan Flournoy had been a dominant special teams player in camp.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then the news did come out that he was signed to the practice squad. Now news this morning from NFL Roster Watch came out 2 hours ago. Ryan Flournoy has been added to the Cowboys roster for tonight's game against the Eagles. So we are going to tune in to Eagles-Cowboys, and there is a very good chance that we're going to see Ryan Flournoy.
Any idea, like, what happened or what opened that up for him? Don't know?
No idea.
So he was waived, signed to the practice squad, and then as of this morning, he's on the active roster.
That's correct.
Okay. Awesome.
I think it's fantastic. You got to think at bare minimum, he's going to be out there on special teams at some point, right?
Well, based off of what we heard from the head coach, you would sure think so.
So we will be looking for Ryan Flournoy on the field.
Do we know
second year?
Do we know what jersey number?
I knew you were going to ask me that. That's what is he 11? I think he might be 11.
Okay.
10 or 11, right? I am putting it into the Twitter machine. I should have known that off the top of my head. Ryan Flournoy will wear number 19.
19, okay.
This is the second jersey change. He also wore number 80 and number 18. So according to Google, Ryan Flournoy announced a second jersey change. It looks like, this according to Google, he will wear jersey number 19 for the upcoming season.
All right.
If that's accurate.
Well,
his number has changed.
It was on the internet. It's true.
We know that for a fact. So, if you want to watch the game tonight, Michael, it is NBC and Peacock.
NBC and Peacock.
So
okay.
you got Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
I like them.
Yes, me too.
I like watching NBC, their sports productions. I always think they do a good job.
They are fantastic. I am 100% with you. Now it sounds like they're going to get Sunday Night Baseball, the new contract, because it's expiring with ESPN. The Chiefs and Chargers, that is a 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night, and certainly we'll talk more about it, but that is a YouTube game. Chiefs.
Really?
Yes.
YouTube only?
That's what it says. So you're going to have to go to YouTube to watch that. It's not a major issue.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, you got a smart TV?
Not a fan of that. What's that?
You got a smart TV?
I do.
It's got apps on it. I'm sure you got the YouTube app. If not, you can add it. So you should be able to watch it. I don't think that's a YouTube TV subscription deal.
Okay.
I have not heard that. But the fact that they're playing in Brazil for a second straight year, and this is a Friday night, you got high school football obviously dominates Friday night. So for the NFL opening weekend, it is Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. We got 4 different days that the NFL will have the platform. Christopher Mad Dog Russo yesterday on First Take talked about his frustration with them playing in Brazil.
Okay. Why is the NFL playing in Sao Paulo for the second year in a row? This is ridiculous. Sao Paulo, the field stinks. I know they want to brand the football. Did you know the Chargers had to leave 2.5 weeks ago to get to this game on Friday night? Did you also know? Follow me. This is JetBlue again.
Okay, he is on a map right now, and he's displaying how far it is to fly there on a map.
So the Chargers have to go all the way up. Press the damn.
6,000 miles away.
Don't be dead.
It's okay. We're following your
For the
finger.
Chargers.
There we go. I got it. Press all the way up, all the way up, all the way down, all the way over hurricanes, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way there to get to Sao Paulo. That is ridiculous for week 1 of the NFL season. And then they play the game on Friday night in a lousy field. Remember last year the field got hurt?
yeah.
Then they got to go play 8 days later. They got to go back Sao Paulo, all the way up here, 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 back to Vegas to play a game that you're doing against the Raiders.
Yep.
How could you make an NFL team in week 1 of the NFL season, because you're branding the sport, to travel 12,000 miles?
How long's the flight?
Well, it's 6,000 miles. On his plane, it's pretty quick. His plane goes fast up there. But 12,000, you know it doesn't fly. You're always proud of that. Don't be Gulfstream. 12,000 miles. Lewis.
It's a lot of miles.
This is ridiculous.
It's a lot of miles.
To
It's a lot of
play
miles.
the NFL, are they that desperate to play in Sao Paulo? And it's the Chargers. It's not the Dolphins, which is a little easier. All right? It's not Atlanta. It's the Chargers. That is completely out of line. And then a road game in week 2.
Yeah. I think
Back on the West Coast. I'm really down on it.
I think-
that is.
Well, what do you think? I mean, he's referencing the Chargers because they've got to go from San Diego. They got to go all the way north around the United States, around the East Coast, and down the East Coast of South America to get there. 6,000-mile flight. Maybe it's a little different for the Chiefs, but then they've got to go to Vegas for week 2 which is a Sunday. The Chiefs, however, are at home against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl rematch next Sunday. So they've got a home game. I'm not a big fan of these games in Brazil and London, but it's not going to change. It's probably going to increase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I'd say I'm probably not a big fan either. But I get that it's, what the NFL is doing. I don't care what the issue is. Typically, I don't like complainers, but I like to hear him complain.
It's great
because he's good at it. He's entertaining when he does it.
All right, we'll get to our NFL predictions coming up just a few minutes, and we'll see if we can make you a little money. Last night, nice evening for the baseball team in St. Louis, Mo. The Redbirds pick up a victory, not only a game victory, but a series victory by knocking off the Oakland Athletics before their day off today. And one of the big swings last night, now it was the Wilson Contreras game. 3 hits, 4 RBIs. But my guy contributed 2.
High, towering fly ball, a slider. Deep to right. That's going to carry. That is gone. A majestic home run for Gorman. Chip, that's a big boy strength right there from Gorman. All he does is get the barrel to this one. Alvarado throws him a slider. It's down. He goes down and gets it. Pops this thing way up into the night.
So 38-degree launch angle, man. Did you see that, how high that home run went last night?
I did not see it.
I mean, it just got into the bullpen. Rooker went to the wall and jumped, but it was probably 3 feet past his glove. But it was 38-degree launching. It was up there a long time. 103 off the bat, a slider down. And it just didn't look like he put a full swing on it.
You can tell by the call, they didn't know right away if it was going out. I mean,
that just shows you how strong this guy is.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it a lot yesterday, and he was hitting 212 going into the game yesterday.
I think he's up to 220. He had 3 hits in the game.
Yeah, he had 3 hits, and and what I think I heard it in your local sports center, 11 straight games at third without an error.
Correct.
Made a nice play. I think he had a charge in on a ball, and kind of you see Arenado do that a lot. Where he comes in, gets the exchange and fires to first, and
showed pretty good arm strength. And the Athletics challenged that play, and it was upheld. He was out. And if you watch the replay, the ball did get into the back of Contreras' glove just before the foot got to the bag.
There was a article in the Post this morning. We talked yesterday about Jordan Walker and his, coaches are talking about his preparation. An article about and talked about Nolan Gorman and the time that he's putting in at third base, and that they're, in essence, they're treating, and I know Cardinal fans don't want to hear this, but they're kind of treating this month like it's spring training to a degree, with some of the drills and the preparation and those things that they're having the young players go through. Mentioned Matthew Liberatore, some things that he's been working on. He obviously pitched great last night, and he struck out 7, I think, in just over 5 innings. Got the win, and as you had stated again in your local sports center, first win since, was it late June?
June 29th, the last win for Matthew Liberatore. That's 10 starts ago.
But they're getting, it sounds like they're in a little bit of that, again, that spring training mode. Even talked about the comments that the coaches made about Jordan Walker, that, hey, we're just trying to be transparent and get these guys, tuned up to have a good final month here, and hopefully that can jump into a strong off season. So good job, Nolan Gorman. I mean, the defense was a bit of an issue there for a while. He seemed to have steadied that, and let's just get a few more games with 2 or 3 hits each. That'd be nice.
So after the game, Jimmy the Cat Hayes talked with Gorman on FanDuel Sports Midwest, and one of the things that Gorman mentioned, because they started talking about defense. Now, let's face it, man, when they first put him over there, it was like his throwing was like, what is going on? I think he's got 7 errors this year. 6 of them have come at third base. Well, it's 11 games without an error. And he talked about the fact that he has been talking with Nolan Arenado down in Florida. He is rehabbing down there.
Wow.
And he said he's been talking with Nolan Arenado, and he has given him some terrific tips. And he is crediting Arenado for helping his defense get better at third base.
Wow.
He's not even in St. Louis and with the team, and he's helping the team.
Good for him. That's great. You know, you'd think he'd be off in his own world trying to get himself well, and he's helping a young player.
So here's Oliver Marmol after the game. It is edited. It is first he talks about Nolan Gorman. Then he talks about Matthew Liberatore and the fact that he had both of his breaking balls working last night. And then he finishes up talking once again about Nolan Gorman. Oliver Marmol after the win last night.
2 big plays there, the double play there in the 9th, but also the one that ended the 8th, coming in on that. So overall, we've seen him, even in the Cincy series, better plays over at third. So he's settling in. He's working hard at it, and it's going to take time, but every day's looked a little better, and we need to continue that. But today was a good day for him. Not only holding the velo, but as the game went on, you look at the slider, and that was a really good pitch for him. The shape of it was a lot closer. Some of them were exactly what we wanted. 7 punch-outs, he got some on the slider, on the fastball, on the curveball, so mixed well. But especially against this lineup, man, they threw a decent amount of righties against him, and he navigated it well. When the slider has the shape that it did today, that's also tough because he can land both spins of the curveball and the slider. So that hasn't been there at times, or the shape of it hasn't been exactly what he's wanted, so he relies on just the curveball. Today he was able to use all of it. The way he's talking about his approach, the way he's talking about game planning against a starter and then relievers as they come in is exactly what you want, and as long as we're making progress in those areas and then on a nightly basis it's translating, that's what we're looking at. And right now he's done a nice job of that.
Wilson just had some cramp stuff?
Yes. Yeah, it grabbed at him while we were out there on the mound. But he's
Now, you might have had a little bit of a cramp there, but you heard him talk about Liberatore. One thing to keep in mind, most pitchers have a breaking ball, whether it's a curveball or a slider. Much lower percentage, Mike, of pitchers that have sliders and curveballs. Liberatore has a slider and a curveball. Mm-hmm. Those are different pitches. If you've watched Clayton Kershaw pitch over the years, slider and a curveball, they're way different pitches.
Right.
And oftentimes one of those spin pitches is not as effective as the other that day. And so just because you've got a curveball and a slider, that doesn't mean that they are both plus pitches, and doesn't mean they're plus pitches on a particular day. Last night, he had both of those pitches working, and that's one of the big reasons he had 7 strikeouts. Not just getting the strikeouts on the breaking ball, he's getting strikeouts on fastballs, but now the hitters know he's got both of those pitches working, and the fastball can get blown by guys.
Yeah, the velocity is maintaining, and
that's one thing he pointed out, that he maintained his velo last night.
I mean, he's key. Again, we've talked about what's going to happen next year with the rotation. I mean, you got to have him in there, you know, if you got him and Sonny Gray, and I guess McGreevy will most likely potentially be in the starting rotation, but
are you bringing Miles Michaelis back?
Am I? No, I am not, but I am not getting paid to make those decisions. So, I mean, if he can do what he did last night on a regular basis, that would be spectacular for the Cardinals. But it's that consistency that always seems to be the bugaboo. You know, these guys that do it in streaks here or there, it's fine. But can you do it over the long haul? And that's what the greats do.
So, are you familiar with Jim Bowden, MLB Network Radio, and he also writes for The Athletic, former general manager of the Cincinnati Reds?
I have heard the name, yes.
Yeah, Jim Bowden. Creates a lot of content, radio, television, and online on The Athletic. So he just released, and this was yesterday, top 50 MLB prospects in Major League Baseball. Not team-specific, his top 50 Major League prospects that are currently in the minor leagues.
Okay.
The Cardinals have two.
Two of the top 50.
Yes.
I'm going to guess J.J. Weatherholt.
Correct.
And is it Matthews, the pitcher?
No.
Okay.
The guy that they just drafted, number 1, Liam Doyle.
Oh, Doyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of news about him.
So the top 50 prospects, Bowden at number 1, he's got Pirates shortstop / outfielder Connor Griffin. Big dude, 6'4", 227, 19-year-old. Big prospect. He's at AA for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The number 2 prospect in all of Major League Baseball, Bowden has J.J. Weatherholt as the number 2 prospect in the sport. 22 years old. And here's the write-up from Bowden on Weatherholt. He can flat out rake. He is Major League ready now and should have a real opportunity to make the Cardinals' big league roster out of spring training. He can play shortstop, but due to the presence of Mason Wynn, Weatherholt's best position will be second base for St. Louis, where he should develop into an all-star caliber player. He has the tools to reach base at a 40% clip, thanks to his ability to spray the ball all around the field, draw a share of walks, combine that with plus power and speed, and he should develop into at least a 20-homer, 20-stolen-base type offensive talent with the athleticism and soft hands to become an above-average second baseman. He has all of the necessary intangibles. He's got him as the second-best prospect in the sport.
That's high praise. Very high praise. And I guess, it begs the question, why is he still in Memphis?
Let's go. I'd
he,
like to get a taste.
Why is he south of St. Louis and not
JC's
in St. Louis?
Doing just fine. Let me see some JJ.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw where Liam Doyle's making his pro debut.
Yeah.
So that's another one on that list.
He's got Doyle listed at number 30
Okay.
of his top 50. Left-handed pitcher, 21, 6'2", 220, the write-up on Doyle. He was the Cardinals' first-round selection in this year's draft at number 5. His dominant pitch is an overpowering fastball that hits triple digits and explodes in the strike zone. He also has 3+ secondary offerings. Needs to work on his command, and if it improves, he has the potential to lead the Cardinals staff for years to come. Heim Bloom special. Power pitching, triple-digit hitting, left-hander Liam Doyle.
That's encouraging to hear. I think Cardinal fans have been craving that type of starter on the mound. I think he's got a little flair with him as well, beyond just the pitching, which kind of shows his competitive spirit, energy, those sort of things. And get him up here. Let's go. As you said, there's only so many pitches in that arm, and let's get those pitches at Busch Stadium.
Fair to say it's okay for me to give it an LFG.
Yeah, let's
get it going.
Get it moving.
So, did you watch much of the Cardinals telecast last night?
No, I listened to most of the game.
Okay, third and fourth inning. Stephen Carey, one of the sons of Chip Carey, did play-by-play with their other brother, Chris Carey. He is broadcaster for the Oakland Athletics.
That's right.
So they were all on the field together. They did a little pregame deal and televised it, and they were all talking. And they both cut their teeth in the minor leagues, did plenty of minor league games. And Chris Carey got a big break to broadcast for the Athletics. Stephen Carey did a terrific job last night. And you talk about all of the generations now. Harry Carey, grandfather, first generation Carey. Skip Carey, longtime broadcaster for the Atlanta Braves. Now Chip, and now Stephen and Chris.
No, so Stephen is Chip's son as well?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, they're twins.
They're twins.
Okay. All right.
And so Stephen did a great job last night. I'm sure he's going to get a gig at some point. But it took me back to my guy, the original Carey, Harry Carey. And I pulled up a little clip for you. This was August 8th of 1988. Cub fans understand that was an historic day/night, the first night game at Wrigley Field.
Mm-hmm.
And Harry, this is 1988 now, had Bill Murray in the booth. Now, in 2016, when the Cubs won it all, you saw Bill Murray. They were showing signs of him in the crowd. He was down in the locker room afterwards drinking champagne with the players and everybody, and he has been a long time Cub fan. So here is the patriarch of that Carey clan, 4 generations. Harry Carey, first night game at Wrigley, 88 with Bill Murray.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey at Wrigley Field on this noteworthy night indeed. 8/8/88. That's the date. And this bud's for you, Bill Murray.
Thank you, Harry. I've been dying under these lights until you handed me this thing.
It's such a pleasure to see you, especially on a noteworthy event like this one.
Well, I don't know how I feel about night baseball. It's great in the minor leagues, but it's someplace else to go in town besides your restaurant, which is a good thing.
You know, how's your mother, by the way?
My mother is, she's off the booze, pretty, but she's doing really well. She's doing great.
That bit you put on when I was sick and you were on and did such a great job, the bit you did about your mother, among other things, I think it should be a special cassette. You ought to sell about 10 million of them.
Well, I've got 200,000 of my own, which I'm willing to unload for some sort of a price. But my mother really wants too big a percentage, so I'm keeping them in the garage right now at home.
Have you thought about broadcasting baseball as something after you're tired of being a great star of movies, stage, television, screen, whatever you have?
I think when I completely lose my mind here, I'm going to step right up into your spot here in the booth.
There's no doubt about you being a true Cub fan, is there?
Well, I went with the blue and white tonight, figuring I could look like the ground crew in case I got thrown out, I could get back in. It's really beautiful. It's the most beautiful park in the world, and it's pretty under the lights, too. That's what I was hoping.
Tell me, Bill, where are you making your own now, in Hollywood or in New York?
Well, I'm making it in New York.
What's happening in your career? Anything new?
Well, I made a movie called Scrooge that's going to come out. Scrooge.
I'll bet you got to be Scrooge.
Yes, that's right.
And I would imagine that's hilariously funny.
You have a vivid imagination, Harry. You really do. It better be funny. There's going to be big trouble for me. Yeah.
Bill, good to see you. Stick around for a little while. I know it's warm up here. Bill Murray, a priceless guy. Don't go away now, because we're going to be back with the first night baseball game ever played at Wrigley Field. Coming up in a moment.
And Bill Murray was sipping the Budweiser during that clip. Anyway, just so we don't forget about, there's 4 generations of Careys. That's generation number 1.
Yeah,
my guy, Harry Carey. All right, you want to unveil the NFL predictions? We will do that when we come back. Predictions sure to go straight in the toilet. When we come back, NFL kickoff, Cowboys-Eagles. We'll be looking for number 19, Ryan Flournoy, tonight. Sports Huddle. It's the Sports Huddle, SEMO ESPN Radio. Eric Shawn, Michael Rennick in studio. EBOMD Huddle Hotline number 573-334-1220. The Huddle Hotline powered by EBOMD. NFL football kicks off tonight. Not the only football tonight. Mike, the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders are finishing up their new football field. It's not ready yet. So they will be playing at Houck Stadium tonight against the Donovan Dons. These two teams met last year in a junior varsity contest because Saxony played a full JV schedule last year. I believe it was 40-38. Saxony beat Donovan. JV.
40-38?
Yes. Shootout. Saxony won its first game, scored over 50 points. Kai McDowell is the quarterback, Jeremy McDowell's son.
Right.
And that's why he left SEMO's offensive coordinator position to be the offensive coordinator and coach's son. And they'll be kicking it off at 7 o'clock tonight. Crusaders went north to the St. Louis area, beat Veritas. I'm not familiar with them, but beat them pretty handily. So 1-0, O.J. Turner, of course, former Cape Central Tiger, former SEMO Indian. He is the head coach. He's got Jeremy McDowell. He's got Mr. Rick Weezer. He's got Mr. Dr. Ross Bennett. I mean, it is a star-studded coaching staff. And I think they watched game film after they got back from St. Louis last week. They all went and did game film recap until 5:30 a.m., and then Weeze hopped in the car with me and drove down to Arkansas State to do SEMO football. So, I mean, big game tonight at Houck Stadium.
Yeah, I bet. And, you know, knowing a few of those guys, I bet they enjoy themselves together quite a bit. Probably some good camaraderie there.
And then 20 minutes after they kick it off at Houck tonight, they will kick it off in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Lincoln Financial Field. The Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles, hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, Philly 8.5-point favorites. So, NFL football officially gets underway tonight. That game is on NBC and Peacock if you're a streamer and you have a Peacock subscription, as I do. So I'll be locked in on this one. And we have put together our official NFL predictions. Who's going to win all the divisions? Who are the wild cards? What's the Super Bowl look like?
Oh, gosh, we have to pick wild cards? Jeez. Okay.
Oh, you didn't do wild cards.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, we'll fumble through this.
Okay.
No pun intended.
All right.
Are you marking these down? Or I got to keep my own?
You got to put it down on paper
okay.
because we post it here on the prediction wall.
Well, and there's like 10 years of predictions on the prediction
those
wall.
Are baseball. A lot of those are baseball predictions.
Okay.
Caden Carper was in here the day we did baseball predictions. So his prediction and my major league predictions are back there.
Yeah, they're not in the trash yet.
Not yet.
Season's not over yet.
Yeah, as soon as it's over, boom. Trash.
Okay. All
right. So let's start in the NFC because we've got an NFC East matchup. Cowboys Eagles tonight. Who you got in the NFC East?
NFC East, I have the Eagles.
I've got the Eagles as well. Champions of the East. I've got two teams coming out of the East for the playoffs. I've got the Washington Commanders as a wild card. So
that's I'm going to go with that pick as well.
All right, let's go to the NFC North.
NFC North, okay.
It should be a spirited battle. You've got Lions. You've got Packers, you've got Bears, you've got Vikings.
That's a tough division to pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Lions.
I am going to go with the Detroit Lions as well.
Ooh.
I like the Lions.
I think until someone, pushes them out.
I also have the Green Bay Packers going as a wild card.
I do as well.
I love the Packers. I mean, I'm not a Packers fan, but Jordan Love, no pun intended, loving the Packers. And now with the addition of Micah Parsons, who, by the way, can we pump the brakes on him being compared to Lawrence Taylor, please? Lawrence Taylor was a game wrecker and 2-time Super Bowl champion. He wrecked playoff games. In 4 playoff games, Micah Parsons has 1 sack in his career. So, brake pump a little bit. Okay? He's a terrific edge rusher.
He is.
I haven't seen
Very
him,
much so.
I haven't seen him wreck a game in the playoffs like I saw Lawrence Taylor. Big games.
Brakes have been pumped.
Yes. So we both got the Eagles and the Commanders in the North, Lions, Packers, NFC South. Now, the teams are the Buccaneers, who won it last year, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
I'm going Buccaneers.
I've got Tampa as well.
Are you looking on my paper?
And then we've got, and I don't have anyone as a wild card coming out of the South. NFC West. Now, keep in mind, last year, it was 6-11 for the injury-riddled San Francisco 49ers. The Arizona Cardinals, Mike Rennick's Cards, reside in that division, as do the Seattle Seahawks and Stan Kroenke's team.
I'm picking the Niners.
I've got the 49ers. I think it's going to be a nice bounce back for them. And I've also got a team that rounds out my final wild card squad. And I am just making this selection thinking that Matthew Stafford's back is going to hold up. If it does, I think the Rams are a playoff team. I've got them as a wild card.
I'm going Cardinals.
That is stunning. So you've got Arizona. I've seen a lot of people that cover the NFL that are picking the Cardinals to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm one of them.
I think there's a good shot.
So,
are they actually going to get the football to Marvin Harrison Jr. this year? I mean, he was like in witness protection. Like, I mean,
was that his rookie season last year?
Yeah.
Second time around.
I need to see him.
He'll get the ball. All right. So you have Eagles, Lions, Bucks, Niners, wild card. Or I have Eagles, Lions, Bucks, Niners, which you do as well. Then wild cards, Commanders, Packers. I go Cardinals. You go Rams.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So that's our NFC predictions.
Yes.
And, there are teams like the Cardinals that could rise up. Could the Atlanta Falcons, with Michael Penix, be a team that challenges? How about the Vikings? Is Caleb Williams improved enough with a new coaching staff for the Bears? Could they make some noise?
I think they're going to be better.
Could the Cowboys surprise everybody? So we're just throwing those names out there. We'll see. AFC, let's start in the East, where that division the last several years has belonged to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, the reigning MVP, 13-4 last year to win the division, 8-0 in home games.
I'm going Bills.
I've got Bills, too, to win the division. And
I have a wild card coming out of there.
So do I.
The Dolphins.
I've got the New England Patriots.
Oh, do you really?
Under Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
I think they're going to get a wild card.
Okay.
I think Vrabel is going to get... They have improved their roster so much. They drafted well. I like Vrabel to get a wild card with the Patriots.
All right.
Tua is out by week 4. All right. The AFC North has been dominated in recent seasons by Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I see no reason why they will not roll to another division title.
Yeah, I have the Ravens winning that division, and I have a wild card coming out in the name of the Cincinnati Bengals.
I've got the Bengals as a wild card, too.
Okay.
So are you discounting Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers?
I am. Yes.
So am I.
Okay.
Although I'm rooting for Rodgers. I actually root for Aaron Rodgers. I like him.
All right.
Okay. But I think they've got a shot. It would not surprise me if the Steelers become a wild card team, but I'm not picking them. AFC South involves Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. That's a lot of bad football.
I'm going to go Texans.
They've been there 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and no wild card coming out of this division.
I totally agree, but I will say this. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be way improved. And they lost 10 games last year. They lost 13 overall. 10 of their 13 losses were one-score games. That can't. They're going to win some of those this year.
You would think so. Yeah, you think the odds would maybe flip a little bit.
So I think the Jaguars could challenge for a wild card. And then the AFC West, where people that want to make a name for themselves have already, Chiefs will not win the West. Okay, we'll see. I've got the Kansas City Chiefs winning the AFC West yet again.
I have the Chiefs, and I have a wild card coming out of that division.
So do I.
The Denver Broncos.
Oh, you're discounting Jim Harbaugh's charge.
I am.
So am I. I've got Denver.
They got 12,000 miles to travel this first
It's
this
a
first
joke.
day.
And then they go to Vegas.
So you got Denver also?
Yes.
Holy moly.
I know. So we're close, but I've got Patriots.
You do.
And you've got Miami.
Correct.
All right.
So our only differences are on the one wild card on each side of the ledger.
Correct. Before we get to the Super Bowl matchup, who is your MVP?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Had they made the playoffs last year, his numbers dwarfed Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
That's it. Joe Burrow.
I've got Josh Allen to win it again.
Okay.
I think they're going to have a great year. But I think he's going to have a great year. What I think will be the stumbling block for the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs again, defense. I don't believe in their defense. I don't think you can trust them, but you can trust Allen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nope.
Super Bowl matchup.
The matchup. Oh, man. All right. I am going to go.
You're going Arizona, aren't you?
Bills.
Eagles. Nice. I've got Chiefs-Eagles.
Do you?
I've got
You
a
got a
Super
rematch.
Bowl rematch.
Wow.
And I think
that's impressive.
The Chiefs are as hungry as they have been in a while. Offensive line has been fortified. Rashee Rice will be back for Week 7. I like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, it's hard to pick against them.
But I know they're my favorite team.
Strictly going with the odds are not in their favor, right?
I don't know what they've been in 5 of the last 7 Super Bowls.
I get, and that's a good point.
They're always in.
They're not quite a dynasty yet, though, are they?
They're not. But it's Chargers tomorrow night, and then it's Eagles.
Are we gonna? Did you say who you're picking for the Super Bowl to win it?
Yeah, Chiefs.
I'm picking the Bills.
Bills.
I like Josh Allen.
So do I.
You know, I like him a lot.
I don't know how you can't like him.
Yeah, and I want to see the Bills. If it can't be the Arizona Cardinals, I want to see the Bills get a Super Bowl ring.
Jeremy Shane is your guy.
Oh, man, he'd love it.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
He has been a Bills fan forever. Now, I don't think he was alive back in the days of the electric company when they were that great offensive line was blocking for the Juice, and O.J. Simpson had 2,003 yards in 14 games. I don't think he was around for the electric company and the Juice, but he's been a Bills fan for a long time.
He was part of the heartbreak of the 4 in a row. And hey, we had a text. Bard Womack weighed in on the Kansas and Mizzou game with a nice meme.
Oh, okay. Truman the Tiger.
We're your number one
telling
fan.
Kansas you're number one.
You're number one.
Numero uno. Truman.
Yeah.
And I would hate 5:30 Saturday afternoon to have to go on social media and report hashtag Truman down.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
All right, I got to write my. I got to sign my name to these picks here.
You're putting an autograph on it.
Yep, got it. Got to put it on the wall of shame.
All right. Cardinals off today. Now the San Francisco Giants come in this weekend. Cardinals have Michael McGreevy, Andre Palante, Sonny Gray, and in the Saturday matchup, Sonny Gray versus future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander. That's a 6:15 first pitch Saturday. Obviously, the Weeze and I will be at Hawk Stadium up in the temp press box broadcasting SEMO versus North Alabama Redhawks and Lions. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. But that game, by the way, national broadcast on Fox on Saturday. So
okay.
Keep that in mind. That is a Fox game on Saturday. So no FanDuel Saturday.
Sounds good.
All right. And then it's a 1:15 special on Sunday afternoon. And we can get into it a little bit more tomorrow. And we can recap what happens at the bank tonight, 7:20 NFL. And I am fired up. We got NFL tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday.
It's if you love sports, this is the time of the year to soak it all in.
And
doesn't get much better.
We'll run through the whole schedule, make our weekly predictions, who we think are, what's going on, and get into the Chiefs a little bit more. They've got a wide receiver, you wouldn't recognize his name. In fact, I can't remember his name, but a guy that apparently made the 53-man roster. Apparently has got an owie, and so he did not make the trip to Brazil, so they could be down a receiver who probably was just going to see a lot of time on special teams. But we'll be looking for number 19, according to Google. Ryan Flournoy, multiple number changes. It looks like it'll be 19 tonight. Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't see any way Dallas beats Philly in Philly.
You would think not. What, you said 8.5 point?
8.5 points.
Okay. Well, we all know that our good friend here, Fawn Reagan, if the Cowboys lose, will be in mope mode tomorrow morning when she's here bright and early.
It's funny. I sent her a meme this morning with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 9 Cowboys fans, disgust on their face, and the meme is, we're exactly 24 hours away from seeing Cowboy fans doing this again. And she texted back because they've all got just disappointment and shock on their faces. And she texted back, "I hate you." So that's the way it goes. Fawn Reagan, biggest Dallas Cowboy fan that there is. And we've got tons of high school football tomorrow night. And good luck to the Saxony Lutheran Crusaders. They'll play at Hawk Stadium tonight at 7 o'clock. All right. We caught up?
I think so.
I think so, too. Hello to the radiant, ravishing Dawn Shawn. She's in the chair now getting her nails done.
Ooh,
Day off
that's
today.
Important. That's
She'll
important.
be going with me to the Jackson football game at the Pit tomorrow night, so she's fired up about football getting underway, and she can actually, she works on Sundays, actually watch a Chiefs game. At least follow it. We'll have it. She'll have it on.
She'll have to multitask.
She'll have it on the phone tomorrow night as the Jackson Indians are playing. All right, Mike. We'll catch up for a Friday
tomorrow.
edition. That's the lead singer of the Mike Rennick Band. Stay tuned. Clinton and Friends coming up. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody.